In this video, I'm going to let you in on the crisis of intimacy. This is the reason why so many people today are lacking intimacy in their lives and ultimately feeling lonely. First, what I need to do though is hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be uploading a video on this channel every single week to help you navigate life, navigate relationships, improve your quality of life, and improve your experience of this existence, which is ultimately what we're all looking for at the end of the day. So, the crisis of intimacy. There is a crisis of intimacy today. We are not connecting with one another in the way that we used to. There's never been a time where we connect with so many people yet have such shallow relationships with one another. The crisis of intimacy has been brought about by transparency. And transparency, believe it or not, is the enemy of intimacy. Transparency is thought of as a good quality. It's got almost saintly connotations. A saint, a spirit, is transparent. When there's transparency, we can see through. There's nothing to hide, no deception. It's almost synonymous with honesty. And honesty is ubiquitously regarded as one of the highest moral values. But are there situations where we should be less transparent and even less honest? The suggestion of being less honest probably sets off the alarm bells of virtue inside your head. After all, it goes against everything we've been told our entire lives. Our parents, our teachers always told us that we needed to be honest. We needed to tell the truth. That we should not lie. To lie is sinful and bad behaviour. My English teacher in Year 8, Mr. Parr, enlightened us to the difference, however, between truth and honesty. He said, you can tell the truth without being honest. To be honest is to tell the whole truth in court. You must tell not only the truth, but the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That together constitutes honesty. That is to say, the full picture, i.e. transparency. However, we have become far too transparent. We should not be honest. We should tell the truth, of course. However, there are elements of the truth that we should selectively leave out in different situations. We should not share everything with everybody. This has always been true, but it's especially true today in this world of constant interconnectedness, surveillance, and exhibition. Now, opacity is not a new concept. We just give it a different name, privacy. And I think we can all agree that in this day and age, our sphere of privacy is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. Every day, as darkness descends around the world, people go up to their windows and they close the curtains too. Why do they do this? Because people don't want to display the illuminated stage that their house has become. It's not so that we can't see out, it's so that people can't see in. And it's not because we're hiding some morally abject or even humiliating behaviour, maybe we are sometimes, it's that we just do not want to show. We want privacy because in the realm of privacy is where intimacy can live, and it cannot live outside it. Intimacy cannot exist in transparency. Settling down around a TV, getting into bed with your partner, these are intimate situations, not just because of the closeness shared with one another, but because it's not shared with everyone else. You show elements of yourself, of your inner being, that you do not with other people in more open situations. That's what makes these relationships, these situations, special and intimate. If you sleep with 100 people in 100 days, then the act of sex is going to be much less special and meaningful the 101st time around than it was the first. No matter who it's with, they could be the love of your life, but if they're the 101st person on the 101st day, it's going to make it undeniably less special because of the mundanity that now surrounds it. If you shared yourself with 100 people before them, then you have less to share with that person in that moment. We are complex beings. We have the ability to have deep, complex relationships, but we're not built to have those relationships with an abundant number of people. Our mind, our heart, our soul only has so much processing power. If the thought of keeping your curtains open at home with the lights on all night makes you uncomfortable, then take a second to think about your presence online. We live in a world where everything is on display. We're more transparent than ever, and this is not a positive evolution. Take an influencer couple whose daily content consistently features sharing the acts that they do with one another, whether it's having breakfast together, going to the gym together, eating dinner together. They quite literally share their relationship and all it entails with the whole world. And again, the more that you share with other people, the less you have left to share with the people that you actually want to have intimate relationships with. Yes, of course, there aren't many couples that I'm aware of that are live streaming their bedroom activities straight to Instagram. But save that, they're pretty much sharing everything about their relationship. Their relationship as a whole is out in the open, and therefore it cannot be intimate. On the face of it, more transparency might look like a good thing. However, it's important to keep certain elements, certain aspects of our lives reserved. Too much familiarity leads people into boredom and disinterest. If people feel like they know everything about you and feel as though your presence is perpetual and ubiquitous, they will soon get bored of you. Humans like the unknown. We have a desire to make the unknown known to us. However, once we feel as though we have uncovered everything there is to know about something, then that allure is gone and we cannot get it back. We have a desire to figure out the unknown, but once it's figured out, very quickly becomes mundane to us. So we want to keep that element of the unknown in the relationships in our lives. The unknown allows our imagination to play, to exercise. This is a beautiful experience to engage in. As I said, it maintains interest, intrigue, and allure. When it comes to the truly intimate relationships in our lives, that is when we can afford to be truly transparent. In those circumstances, transparency is the most beautiful thing. Being completely open, completely vulnerable with those you love is beautiful and necessary, but it should be saved so you can savor it in those moments. What we're doing instead, however, is we're sharing too much with the whole world, and then we don't have enough to share with those people in our lives that we should have intimacy with. The online world has ripped down the curtains and put us all on an illuminated exhibition, direct to everyone's phone screen. We are far too transparent, regardless of whether that transparency is showing an accurate representation of what is going on with us internally and who we are. And that is where transparency and honesty diverge. Something can appear to be honest because it's transparent, but that's not necessarily true. Honesty is always an accurate reflection of the truth, whereas transparency is not necessarily so. Transparency means you can be seen through. Whether what people are looking through is real or not is another matter entirely. So, how do we fix this crisis? You need to stop sharing too much with too many people. At the end of the day, you know those people that are close to you in your life. 9 times out of 10, the issue is not that we do not have people in our lives that we can have intimate relationships with. It's that we've not left any intimacy for those relationships because we've overshared in our lives as a whole. And the main way to fix this is to stop posting every aspect of your life on social media. The less that people know about you, the better. This is not only going to improve the quality of your relationships, as I said, but it's also going to make you more interesting and intriguing. When people feel as though there's an element of secrecy, something they don't know about you, you instantly become more alluring to them. In a world where we're having our attention span attacked from every single angle, attention is one of the most valuable currencies. And if you want to accumulate attention, one of the most effective ways you can do this is to stop oversharing and to reserve parts of yourself, to withdraw parts of yourself from social media, from everyone that you see and speak to on a day-to-day basis. This is how you avoid the crisis of intimacy. We are too transparent with those we are not close with, and as a result, we're not honest enough with those we are. The truth of the matter is, not everyone should know you, but without intimacy, life is lonely. So as with everything in life, find the balance. Toe the line between transparency and opacity to ensure intimacy. Be aware of the crisis of intimacy, stop oversharing, bring privacy, bring intimacy back into your life, and watch the quality of your relationships on all accounts improve as a result. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found value in learning about the crisis of intimacy. If you want more of this content to thrive physically, mentally, and spiritually, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. To support the Being Human channel and help the community grow, please also give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment below giving your opinions on what we talked about in this video, share the video on social media and with people close to you that you think need to hear this. Thank you for watching and see you next week.